So yesterday, I picked up this 2007 CT110 Honda. It's actually in quite good condition. It has everything from front to back from factory, so it's pretty hard to pick up these things with everything like in factory condition. These guards, they're always cut. The tires aren't all cracked, so they're decent. Headlight needs a bulb. Working speedo with 29,000 kilometers, which is pretty decent. Has the correct kill switch. Throttle's working, it's not stuck. All of the switches, they seem to work. Working front brake. Let's check the oil quickly. So these have a oil dipstick. And it's a little bit dark, but it looks to have the right amount in there, which is good. So we can turn it over and see what happens. And this has the guard and the factory exhaust. It has all of the covers for everything. The only thing it's really missing is the right hand side kickstand, but it's got the middle kickstand and it's got the left kickstand. It seems to turn over fine and actually feels like it has compression, which is great. Can't complain there. The brake works. It's got the rear rack on the back. Factory seat with no tears. There's the fuel tank under there. The fuel smells terrible. It's been sitting for quite some time. The guy I bought it off, he said it was a farm bike. It's been sitting for between 3 to 5 years. He doesn't really know. But 3 years, that's long enough. So it's got the correct carby on here. The fuel lines, they look good. So here's your gear selector. I've checked, it goes through the gears. I'm yet to check out what the air filter looks like, but these are taken off as well most of the time. And it's got the little tool holder from factory. So chuck the key in. So it's not running at the moment. We'll kick it over just to see what happens. So that should be choke off. That should be choke on with the arrow. Fuel is off, so we'll put the fuel to on. I think the fuel is really old as well. But we'll kick it over and see what it does. So, ready? Well, that's running. The timing chain sounds really loose in there. You lean it over, you can actually hear it rattling. Listen to that. So, you lean it over, the timing chain's rattling in there. So I'm going to have to give that an adjustment. I believe at the bottom there, that's the adjuster screw, and there's another bolt as well, but it's running. See what happens when we turn the choke off. Alright, so you turn the choke off and it dies. So obviously the pilot system is completely clogged. Let's quickly see what the fuel screw is at. Off. 3? Pretty much 3. We'll go over it, we'll check the valve clearances, clean the carby, check the air filter, check maybe the exhaust could be clogged up, who knows. So run through it and get it running. I'll undo these two. Let's see if I can just get that off. So we'll get this screw out. Take the key out. These are all meant to be Phillips head bits. So I'll change this one out from a 10mm to a Phillips head bit as well. So we'll get that 10mm off. There we go. Ha! Whole family wasps on there, so we'll need to take that outside and clean that off. And there's the idle screw. So I don't know what that's sitting at the moment. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I won't adjust that just yet until I clean the carby, because I don't know. I don't really want to adjust it to try and suit it not running, and then I clean the carby, put it back in, first start up, it just revs to the moon. This hose clamp is down in here. It's going to be really annoying to get to it, so if you can get it. Who hated me this much? I guess this screw here holds the airbox. Looks to be. Everything used to be so simple. You can work on these things yourself. Wow, that air filter has seen better days. So how does this work? Just pull. I just noticed that the mount for the airbox is broken, so I'll have to try and fix that as well. It looks like this bolt here actually holds it on, so undo that one. Yep. It's interesting. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it's the same as the other bolt. Looks to be. I'll screw this wing nut back on just so I don't lose anything. So we'll pull this air filter out. Oof. Wow, that's pretty bad. So when I do it up, I'm going to leave the screw at the top there so I can actually get to it. Like I said, I have to try and stick that back on there. It shouldn't be too difficult. Either super glue, hot glue, or some plastic weld. Something will get it to work. Shouldn't be a problem. I'll give this a bit of a spray off so I can try and wipe it down without dust going everywhere. This will clean up really, really well. We'll get the slide off here. It's dark. It's alright. Looks pretty good. It's not all scratched up. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's take this cover off here and let's see what's behind here. There we go. That's all the electricals. It's a little bit corroded there, but everything's working because it was running, so it should all be fine. But I'll keep it off for now, so that way I can give it a clean. Grab it with the rag. Don't know how much that's coming out. Let that dribble into there for now. Now this tube here would be a breather line, so just get that out of the way. It looks like there's only one breather. So it should only be these two 10mm here that are now holding it on. I'm going to try and jam this bolt in there and stop it from leaking. Is that going to work? Probably. Stick it behind that and just sit a rag under it. Two, not 10mm, they're actually 8. So we'll get them off now. We'll get this other 8mm off. You can see it better from this side. I'll put that on this. There's not a lot to these carbies. It really shouldn't be too difficult to get it running again. I'm going to have to turn my fan on because it's very fumy in here, so hopefully it's still easy to hear me. So I'll take everything apart and I'll stick it into this bucket to clean it off. Get this bolts out of the bottom. The bowl off. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty dirty in there. The float, looks like it's working. There we go. Get the float out. Let's see if we can see through the jets at all. Completely blocked. Now we'll get the main jet out, which isn't going to be blocked because it was running. I'm going to risk it. Bring that out. Or not. There's no O-ring in there, so it probably doesn't need one. Just a spring. Get this O-ring off there. That still feels nice as well. This bowl is really dirty, so I'm giving it a good clean out. Definitely need to invest in an ultrasonic cleaner, just so that way I don't have to spend so much time doing this sort of thing, because I could probably just chuck it in and walk away. The main jet cleaned out really well. Now try and clean out this pilot jet. Roll it out and see what happens. Not much. Alright, so I've got the carby back on. So I've already started it. It runs great. I'll just start it again. My glasses died as usual. So chuck the fuel on. Put it onto on. Kick it over. Runs great. Yeah, runs awesome. I won't run it too much more before I adjust the timing chain, check the oil and all that. Obviously I've checked to make sure there's enough oil in there, and that's fine, but we obviously need to get the airbox and everything back on too. Alright, so I haven't done this in quite some time, but on the bottom here there's a screw there that you can adjust first to try and tighten the timing chain. If that one doesn't work, then under here you can take this bolt out and screw up the tensioner as well. I'm assuming if I take that bolt out, oil's going to go everywhere, so I might have to lean the bike right over. I'm guessing it's a 12. Alright, so undo this, then I'm meant to loosen this off a touch, which should allow this one to slip that way if there's room. But I didn't hear anything, so I might take the 14 out and have a look in there. I'll take this bottom one off. Oh, that's tight. This is with the cam chain adjusted as much as I can. It's a little bit noisy, but these things run forever, so I can't see it having a problem. So I'm going to drop the oil out now, and I might actually pull the cover off the other side just to see how loose that cam chain is. I can not get it all over my hand. That's pretty thin. It smells very petrol-y. While we're at it, put the spark plug out now so we can see top dead center. Probably running a little bit rich, but that's alright. We'll get these caps off. Ah, bummer. That one's free. Go. There's one. No way. Had to give it a tap with a hammer, but I've got it free. Going to get these covers off now and just have a look. It's got all the teeth there, so that's a bonus. I'm doing a lot more right now than I should be doing because I have a lot of other stuff I have to do. I was meant to just get it running, but I get a bit carried away sometimes. So this should come right off now. the goers with that, if it's meant to be like that. It's pretty loose in there, isn't it? So I can see in here the cam chain tensioner, just the plastic black part, it actually looks like it's worn down a fair bit. So I'm going to have to decide whether I want to replace the tensioner, because I think that would be fine. The chain might be pretty slack as well, but I think if I was to replace that tensioner, it would tension up fine. But yeah, so I'm going to decide if I want to do that or just have it running and resell as it is, because there's just more time. So we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I've got it running, but for the time being, this is as far as I'm going to get to, because I have to decide what to do next. Obviously, I knew I needed a front and a rear tube. I knew I needed some indicators. I knew I needed a globe, rear tail light. I needed that, whatever. But it's looking like I'm going to need a one of the timing chain adjuster, one of the roller wheels sort of thing, and potentially even a timing chain as well. Probably not that expensive. It probably would only cost $100 for both, maybe 150 max. But then by the time I get the tubes and everything else, I'm probably looking $300 that I need to put into it. Then is it worth my time? I don't know. So should I just keep it as it is, have it running, clean it up, sell as is, or should I do the rest and try and sell it for a bit more? What's worth my time? So this is going to be the end of this video, and we'll see how we go for the next one.